You are not lacking confidence because you are an introvert. If I wanted to build my confidence from 0 to 100 right now, these are the things that I would start paying attention to. The first thing you need to do is to stop labeling yourself. For so many years, I kept labeling myself as someone who is shy, as someone who is an introvert. If the label that you're giving yourself does not help you to become the version of yourself that would love to become, then stop labeling yourself. Stop saying that you are an introvert. Stop saying that you are shy, especially if that does not help you with what you want to achieve in life. Because when you give yourself labels like I am shy, you start acting like a shy person. So what does a shy person do? They want to hide. They want to hide. They don't keep their head held up high. They don't want to show up. They want to be in dark places. So ask yourself, what is the label that I'm giving myself? And this label that I'm giving myself, is it helping me or hurting me? And if it's hurting you, stay away from labeling yourself, and also stay away from people who are going to label you, people who are going to put you in a box. Realize that anything that you want is already within you. If you want to achieve certain goals, you can achieve them. If you want to go out there and try something new for yourself, you can do that, as long as you stop, first of all, labeling yourself and boxing yourself into a box that people will want you to fit into. And then the second thing that I would do is to realize that all the problems that I have are not unique to me. This does not just apply to confidence, it applies to everything in life. In order for you to overcome your problems, the first thing you need to realize is that your problems are not unique to you. There are so many people out there who are experiencing the exact same thing that you are struggling with, which is why when you Google how to be confident, when you Google how to get more money, when you Google how to do whatever, you will find that there are so many people on the internet who are facing the exact same problems. So the minute you stop owning the problems and knowing that this is just a problem that is going to pass, it is not mine, I do not own this, it is not unique to me, that will help you to have an open mind and willingness to let go and willingness to learn new things. Another reason why you are not as confident as you would like to be is because you keep lying to yourself. You make promises to yourself and you do not keep them. Every time you tell yourself that you're going to go there and do something that is courageous for you, or every time you tell yourself that you're going to eat healthy this week and then you do not do that, you are telling your nervous system that you are not trustworthy. You are telling yourself that you are not reliable. You're telling yourself that you are not worth it. Every time someone promises you something, especially if they promise you something unprovoked and then they do not deliver to that promise, that is so annoying. And the way it is so annoying, you don't even want to listen to those people again. You should have the same accountability for yourself. If you make a promise to yourself and then you do not keep it, you should be mad at yourself. You should tell yourself that this is not the kind of a person that I want to become. The promises that I make to myself, I am going to make sure that I keep those promises. And like I always say, that the relationship that you have with yourself is the longest relationship you will ever have. So that you keep to yourself, the promises that you make to yourself, you should always make sure that you keep them the way you would keep those promises if you had made them to your partner. If you had told yourself that this week I am going to go to the gym 4 times a week, you should go there whether you feel like it or not. If you told yourself that this Sunday I'm going to go and do yoga, you need to go and do that yoga, because every time you keep the promises that you've made to yourself, you are building your confidence. Confidence is not something that you buy. It's not something that you just get. You get the confidence by the actions that you take every day. And then another thing that I would do is to keep a journal of my wins. Sometimes you are so hard on yourself. You don't know how powerful you are. You don't know how strong you are. You forget about all the hurdles that you passed through, all the wins that you have. So keep a journal where you write down all the wins, all the obstacles that you have surpassed in your life, all the things that you thought you were not going to survive, but you survived those things. And that should be a reminder of how capable, how powerful you are. Keep a diary of all the great things that people have said to you, the compliments that you love hearing. Keep them somewhere in a journal, and every time you are down, every time you feel like you can't do this anymore, every time you feel like you want to quit or give up, you go and read those journals, and then that will remind you of how capable you are. That will remind you of how much shit you can take. Okay, anyway, my glasses, right? Ask yourself, who are the people that you really love, that you feel like are so confident? And then ask yourself, how are those people different from you? What is this thing that you think they have that you do not have, or that is blocking you from being the confident version of yourself? Because trust me, you're not confident because of the way you look. You are not lacking confidence because of the way you sound or your background or your past, but it is because of the way you treat yourself. Another thing that I would focus on is to make sure that I am always together, right? Put yourself together. Make sure that your hair is done. Make sure that your nails are done. Make sure that your skin is glowing. Make sure that you drink your water. Make sure that you eat healthy. Make sure that you wear clothes that are comfortable, that fit you, that show off the best parts of your body. Make sure that you don't do those things for other people, but you do those things for yourself. When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. When you do good, that is going to change your life forever. So take care of yourself. Take the time to be on your own. And then another thing I would focus on is doing inner work. I have noticed with myself that if I ignore the things that I need to work on, the harder it becomes for me to be confident in who I am. So if you feel like, for an example, you tend to crave for external validation from other people, ask yourself the deeper questions. Where is this coming from? Why do you feel the need for other people to like you? Ask yourself the deep questions. Do you like yourself? If you don't like yourself, why do you not like yourself? What actions can you take today that would prove that you like yourself? Take the time to journal, to ask yourself questions that are scary. What is going to happen if I start saying yes to myself and saying no to this person that I'm trying to people please? Take the time to journal about the fears that you have, and why are you so scared of those things? What do you need in your life? What are you looking for when you are seeking for validation? Ask yourself, why is it so difficult for you to trust yourself? Because at the end of the day, confidence is all about trusting yourself. Confidence is all about knowing that I've got myself. Confidence is all about I do not care if they do not like me because I like myself. Confidence is about saying that I will be okay. It does not matter what the outcome is. Confidence is about saying that I've got my back. Confidence is about saying that I will be able to handle the income. Confidence is all about saying that I will handle the outcome, whatever it is. I will be okay. I have been okay, and I know that I've got myself. Right? And then write down the beliefs that you feel like are keeping you from the version of yourself that you need to become. For me, I used to have crooked teeth. My teeth were short and I had braces, and now obviously they're beautiful. But for me, I used to think that if I had straight teeth, I would be so confident. As a result, if I see someone who has straight teeth who is not confident, I would be so mad at them, like, oh my god, if I had your teeth, I would be so confident. I would be going out there and doing the best that I can, being the best version of myself, until I realized that fixing my teeth is not going to help me, because confidence does not come from an outside look. It does not come from external forces. It comes from within, what you believe about yourself. Until I realized that you can do a BBL, you can fix your teeth if you feel like they're crooked, yeah. You can fix your teeth. You can fix your skin if you feel like maybe you have too much pimples. But if that was your reason for not being confident, once you fix those things, it's not going to help. You need to dig deep and find out exactly what is it that you feel like is blocking you. For me, I also had an insecurity about my accent. I felt like my accent was just not good enough, until I realized that my accent is a reminder of where I come from. Until I realized that my accent is what will connect me to my tribe. And it is so interesting that we want to hide parts of ourselves that makes us who we are. But when you go out there to the world and you meet people, right? There are people that I love from all over the world, and I love them just because of their accent, because that is so different, that is so unique, that is so beautiful. So the thing that you are hiding behind, what is it? And is it really true that that is blocking you, or it is your excuse? Right? And then another thing that I would do is to become a role model. Become a role model to your kids or to your nieces and nephews, or people that are just younger and looking up to you, and ask yourself, how can you inspire those people? How can you become the best version of yourself so that they look up to that and also try and become someone like you when they grow up? And if you feel like that is a big responsibility, become someone that your younger self can look up to. Oh, I heard that from a song was saying that I am becoming someone that my younger self would look up to. And that was so cool, to look at yourself and think, oh my god, my younger self would be so proud of me. My younger self would look up to me right now because I am doing something, even if I'm scared. My younger self would be so proud of me because I am chasing the dreams that they had. I am so proud of myself because I am making my younger self proud. So ask yourself, how can you make your younger self proud? What is one thing you can do that would make you feel like you are becoming the role model for your younger self? This lighting is on and off. I am in the cool. What else did I want to say? Realize that everything that you need is within you. And I know that this is a cliche. I used to have a line, a funny line, where I would say that Sometimes I wish I can just cut myself, because people always say that what you need is within you. But the truth, it is so true. And the reason why what you need is within you is because God is within you. And God is your provider. God is going to carry you through every storm. You need to realize that the more you keep doing something, the more you'll get better at it. You need to realize that you will never be perfect at something when you're doing it for the first time. You have to put on the reps. You have to be comfortable in situations that you feel like are uncomfortable. You need to allow yourself to expand. You need to get out of your comfort zone and realize that the more you do something, the more you'll get better at it. And another thing that I would also say, that I feel like most people understand it logically but they don't really apply it in their lives, is ask yourself, who are the people that you spend your time with? It is so difficult to build confidence if you are staying with a narcissist, or if you are always exposed to a narcissist, or someone who's just a very big critic in your life. As you're trying to build and put 2 bricks into your house, they come and take 3 down, and you feel like you're stagnant. You feel like you're trying to build this confidence, but it is not working out. Stay away from people who are insecure, and not just that, they're not working on that. Instead, they want to project their insecurities on you. Stay away from people that will make you doubt who you are, that are going to make you doubt your progress and your success. Stay away from people that are going to pull you down or discourage you. I hope that song does not make... I hope you guys didn't hear that song, because it's gonna flag my video for copyright. But anyways, stay away from people that make you feel like you are not good enough, people who doubt you, people who discourage you to do things that are helpful for you. Stay away from those people. They are not good for you. They are not going to help build your confidence. In fact, they will break it. Be mindful of the content that you take from social media, whether it is TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. Watch people that are going to help you believe in yourself, not people that are going to invoke jealousy, people that are going to invoke feelings of not being good enough, who are going to invoke to you feelings of just being stagnant. Watch people that inspire you. Watch people that challenge you. Watch people that encourage you to become the best version of yourself. And know that life is too short. Life is too short for you to play small. Life is too short for you to waste time being fearful. Life is too short for you to put things down and think that I'll only do this tomorrow. When you realize how precious your time is, when you realize how time flies, then you will do better, you will act better. And when I say that life is too short, I'm not saying it to scare you. It should not scare you as well, but it should motivate you to do things that you've always wanted to do. It should motivate you to take the chance on yourself. It should motivate you to do better for yourself, not for anyone else. And things that have built my confidence ranged from going to Toastmasters and doing a role that I was terrified by, going to Toastmasters and doing improv speeches where they ask me a question randomly and I have to answer that without overthinking about it. And there were times where I would be so stuck when they ask me a question and I don't know how to answer it. But I realized that I don't need to be perfect. I realized that everyone has their own problems. Everyone is in their own bubble. So there's no need for me to want to be perfect. There's no need for me to think that if I mess up, people will think about that throughout the whole day. Everyone has their own problems, and people are thinking about their problems. And I had to realize that I have to change my mindset. Instead of asking how can I show up as a better version of myself, I ask myself, how can I give? How can I be of service? What is something that I can say that will inspire someone, or something that I can say that will make someone feel better about themselves? So ask yourself, how can you serve? Ask yourself, how can you show up differently? How can you serve yourself before you serve anyone? How can you make your future self proud? I also built my confidence by doing scary things, like going for a solo trip, going for a solo date, doing things that some people do not really agree with. When I did my solo dinners, the first time I did it, I was so scared, and I've realized that when you are scared to do something, you will find people who are going to mirror that for you. I think on my 4th date, I went for a solo date, and I went there with my head held up high, wearing nice things, smelling good. And I went there and I said, can I please have a table for one? And they said, oh, of course. And I had the great service in that place. And I think that is because I was not so scared. I was not so nervous. I was not thinking, are people watching me? I just told myself that I'm going to go there and show up for myself and become the best version of myself. So take some time to do things that you feel like are uncomfortable for you. When I did my solo trip, I was so scared. I was thinking, is it weird that I am going alone to the airport? Is it weird that I'm going to this place alone? But I had the best time. When you take the time to do things on your own, you get out of your head, you do things that you've always wanted to do. And the more you do those things, the more your confidence in yourself builds. Because like I said, confidence is all about trusting yourself. Confidence is all about knowing that I've got me. It's all about knowing that you will be okay. It does not matter what the outcome is, you're going to be okay. And realize that in this world, there are so many people that you have been blessed with. But at the end of the day, this is your story. You are the main character of your story. And if you think of yourself as a main character of your story, do you want to be a main character that is controlled, that is swayed around? No. You want to be the main character who takes their story seriously, who knows that all the people around are just supporting characters. You want to be the person that you know that it does not matter what seasons come and go, you are going to be at the finish line, because you are the main character. The main character does not die in the middle of the movie. They go through all the things, the ups and downs. At the end of the day, they are the main person that the story is about. So the minute you remind yourself that you are the main character, and that you are going to be okay, that you've got you, that you have survived more difficult things in the past, and that whatever life throws at you, you're going to be okay, then you're going to be okay. Let me leave this here. Have a day as beautiful as you are. I love you so much. Let me know in the comment section below if any of these things resonated with you. And do you have any blocker that you've had for years that you feel like has blocked you from being confident? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear that, and maybe I might give you advice on how to deal with that, because I've had so many blockers. I've had so many blockers. But I'm here now. Until next time, let me love and leave you.